Hi, it's Chris Watkin here, and I'm with Pete Butler from the Marketing People, who's a bit of an estate agency guru when it comes to Google ads and YouTube ads. Pete, where do estate agents go wrong with their Google ads? Talk to me.
The biggest thing that I find with estate agents as an overall, they don't do enough tracking on their on their Google ads. So they'll also not look at the journey from someone clicking the ad to someone landing on your web page.
I mean, do you think how many agents actually do Google adverts in the first place? Not many, I bet.
Not many, not enough. It's usually owned by, when I look at around areas, it's usually Purple Bricks and eMove.
Okay.
Not many. A couple of the franchisees, big franchise networks do it. Obviously supported by national.
But isn't it a case of just pouring money down the drain? You don't know where the hell the money's going, or is that the part of the measuring it?
That's absolutely the part of measuring it. Literally, you can put in a penny or a pound,
Yes.
or a fiver, and know where that fiver's gone.
Okay.
Whereas any other marketing, such as leaflets, it's a bit long-winded. But with Google Ads, you know that if it's managed right,
Okay.
you can actually
Okay.
make sure that the attribution or the journey is literally.
Okay, so the journey's about measuring it, which you said at the start. What sort of adverts? I mean, with a Google advert, you've got a title, then you have like some text underneath it, and then you've got a web link. Let's just say I'm an estate agent in Grantham, and I'm calling myself Chris Watkin Estate Agents, which I think's got a nice ring to it. What would you be? It's all about using search terms, isn't it? With Google adverts, is that right? Or
With Google Ads search,
Yes.
so Google Ads are separated into three different categories. Really.
okay, let's
So
go. What are those three
So
categories?
search, which is where everyone knows if you're looking for an estate agent in Grantham, Chris Watkin turns up. That's all about the keywords. So
Okay.
if someone types in estate agent in Grantham, you're bidding amongst other estate agents in that particular town or that village
Okay.
to basically be seen on that top of Google search.
Okay.
You've got the other end of Google, which is the display ads. So these are the creative ads that you see around on millions of websites, such as the local newspaper or the local property blog, for instance.
I'm with you. I'm with you. And so let's go back to the search. What keywords were? Let's get some value out of you. Because that's what we're here for. If I'm a Grantham estate agent, most agents would just type in the word Grantham estate agent as a keyword, wouldn't they? Or house to sell in Grantham. What works?
Estate agent near me.
Really? Not
Home,
the name of the
homes
town.
for sale near me.
When you say what, actually the word near me, not the word Grantham. If I was in Grantham, not the word Grantham.
Grantham would be in this particular town because it's quite a small town. It wouldn't be much. It wouldn't be a heavily catered for because what it basically works on, it works on location. So all our phones and our laptops.
So I didn't know this. So
you
you don't have to put the name of the town in it. Just the estate agents near me.
Yeah.
And Google will work out that you're in Grantham, so it will pick. Oh, there you go. I've learned something today.
Yeah, all our phones. So these phones that we carry with us
Yes.
every day, they've got location beacons on us. So we're literally being spotted, not individuals, so male, female, your age, and so on and so forth. But literally, you'll type in and it looks for the local people in that particular town. So I'm in Grantham today. I'll be getting adverts for people in Grantham for the switched on agents.
Yes.
I'm based in Warsaw, sort of Lichfield way, so I do a lot around there as well. So it's all about where that person is searching for.
Okay. So that's the phrase. What would you actually put in the title and the writing up? Let's get some value for the guys out there.
I would put. I'm a massive fan of what you do, which is all about the digital mayor. So I would be putting things in like tip guides, so giving information as opposed to just sell your house today, which is what most people do. So I'd be putting in there like links to blogs, links to content that your seller is looking for information.
Okay, what? So something like top tips for selling your home. Would you actually put the name of the town in there in the advert? Because you're if I'm in Grantham and you're doing estate agents near me, then surely if I see the word Grantham in there, I'm more likely to click on it, aren't I?
You are, but
'Cause
you'll be up against every other agent does that. Every agent will be putting in Grantham, whereas you put in top tips to sell your home in Lincolnshire or a bit more broader wide. You can still put Grantham, but I'd put it not in the headline, but in the subtext of the description text.
Really?
So you can, yeah, and obviously hopefully you'll have a Grantham in your URL in part of your website, which will obviously then ties it back to.
Is that important that the URL has Grantham in it, or if we're talking about my town?
Yeah, we're going a bit deep now, because what will happen is that will help for ad relevance. So this is where people spend, you see. So where you show up in
Oh, is this the bit where people say it's costing me 50p or £1, and someone says it's costing me 10p? Is it all of it? Is this relevance score? Is this
Absolutely in the search? So and its own display and YouTube as well. Basically, Google rank you depending on what the ad looks like, what the text is in the ad, but also what the website actually links
where it's actually going to? I know we're going to talk about in another video about how to ensure that when someone does click on the advert, where it goes to what we call a landing page, which is where the advert goes, how to convert. We'll do that in a separate video. So really, it's not a case of just throwing money at this, buying a few adverts and say, hey, ho, off we go. Absolutely. Do you think that's what most agents do?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I spoke to an agent the other day. He said, I've spent £5 a day. It was a waste of money. I'm like, well, let's get real. You can, I mean, on average, it's costing about 35 to £55 to get a valuation. So you do need to have a budget, but you can go the other way, which is like have an unlimited. You can basically put zero in, or leave in Google Ads. Basically, you get an area where to set the budget.
Yes.
You can leave it blank. It'll spend forever. So you can actually cap it at £10-15 a day, which is the average sort of spend that I'm finding.
Okay. And what do good agents that are getting good free valuation leads, what do their adverts look like and sound like?
On the top level, so from someone not knowing you, they will often be like tips or looking at like starting a journey with somebody, as opposed to sell your house today for 0% fee and that sort of stuff.
So sell your house today don't really work. Would that be a fair comment?
Oh, yeah. When I first started an estate agency back in 2000, actually, in preparedness for this video, I thought it was 99. It wasn't. I actually started on the cruise ships in 99. Came off the cruise ship, went into a estate agency, worked in Countrywide, and it was never then as well. They were very big on the fact that sell your house today never works. Although we'd get that from the brand, we would go out there basically offering guides and books and stuff and little introductory little snippets. So the best adverts, to answer your question, Chris, is all about giving value. So what are the questions that are going on in their mind? What
their fears are? Are you worried about finding a buyer for your home? Top tips on how to get the best price for your home in Lincolnshire? That sort of thing.
How long does it take is the deeper question. So typically from a top end level, so it would be a tips guide. That person then clicks on the ad, lands on a landing page. That person then gets cookied, or basically if they look at the guide and then don't opt in or don't give you a name and email address, that you can remarket to them and so on and so forth.
So a cookie is basically a little piece of code that goes on their computer. It's perfectly safe, which then allows you to then throw another advert at them to get them eventually. That's it in layman's terms, isn't it?
Pretty much, yeah. I mean, what we find, it's all GDPR compliance. I mean, Google have been through the mill with European Europe about compliance and so on and so forth. So it's all compliant. It just sits on the computer. It just allows the merchant or the person or the agent to then go, don't forget me, type of thing. So
that's when them adverts follow you. I tell you what I'd like to do. Shall we in the next video talk about? We talked about the Google advert itself. Could in the next video we talk about the landing page and converting, because it's all very good having lots of people clicking on your adverts, but if they're not, then they arrive and not doing anything with it, it's a waste of time and money, isn't it?
Absolutely.
So thanks very much, and I'll see you on the next video, mate.